Hello, my name is Stephen Cox, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about Carbide Create Pro training. It's quick tip number 3. Carbide Create Pro now has a new feature called rest machining, and it works during the toolpath pocketing function, and it helps to reduce your cutting time. And so if you can look over here on the right in this Hobbit sign, you'll see some arrows, and here's the idea. It's basically you're cutting with 2 different size bits, and you will come in and you will cut out the rest that is left. So that's why it's called rest machining, because you're going to cut out the rest of the material. The bulk is cut with the first bit, and then you change to a smaller bit and you cut out the rest. So we're going to get into how this rest machining feature is used. So the first thing I'm going to do is just do a normal pocket. So I'm going to pocket between the outside and the letters, and you could see I've kind of ran, that's the only one I have enabled right now. So the red is a pocket using an 8-inch bit. You can see I kind of do this every now and then. I've showed it in other videos where I make the router bit size so I can see how it would fit in things. And the 1/4-inch bit doesn't look like it's going to get down in there, and so I would use the 1/8-inch bit. But it's taken 18 minutes. So let's see what it would look like if we did it with a 1/4-inch bit. So the 1/4-inch bit only takes 7 minutes. And you can see it doesn't get everywhere. Here's some spots it doesn't get. There's a spot. And so we're going to have to do something about that. And so this is where rest machining comes in. So the idea here is to save some time. And so when you do rest machining, one of the easiest ways to do that is to grab the pocket that you want to do rest machining on, and you can either completely duplicate that pocket and use rest machining, or you can right click and you can come down and duplicate toolpath and then change the name, and you have a complete duplicate toolpath. And then you go in and you change the parameters. So in this case, we're going to go in with an 1/8-inch bit, and we'll open that up and enable it. And so now if we look at what's happened here, is now it's cut into those places. So between the two, we're at 10 minutes, so we saved 8 minutes. Doesn't seem like a whole lot, but on different projects that could become huge. So this pretty much cuts everything, and we'll look at a simulation of it. And so, yeah, I like the way it looks. So it cuts everything. So let's look at the pocket, the rest pocket. And so what we did is we came in here and we changed the bit size to an 1/8-inch in mill. So these are just your normal cut parameters that would use for using an 8-inch cut in cut mill. And we come down here and we have the same depth and we angle. You can do ramping, which lets it slowly bite down into the woods. It's a much smoother transition, so you can incorporate that as well. And then here's the rest machining. So for rest machining, what you have to do is define the bit that you previously used, and that was a 1/4-inch. I'm using millimeters right now, so that's a little over 6 millimeters. And then you name it appropriately so you can find it. So what we have here is we have it being cut out in 10 minutes with only 1 bit change. So I'm going to go look at a 1/16-inch bit just for giggles, and enable the 1/16-inch bit. And it actually it cuts a little quicker. I don't know why that is, but basically the same time, cuts the same job. We'll look at the simulation. It looks pretty much the same. So why would I use a 1/16-inch bit? Well, I wanted to use a 1/16-inch bit because some other stuff I want to do. I want to run around these and make sure I've got a nice clean cut around the edges. And so I wanted to use a 1/16-inch bit. I could have used an 1/8-inch bit and left it in there and not have to do a change. So that's just preference. Probably could have got away with an 1/8-inch bit and only did 1 bit change. Yeah, one last thing I wanted to mention is that when you're doing all these bit changes, it's best to have a bit setter, so that when you change from your 1/4-inch to your 1/16-inch bit or your 1/8-inch bit, that you end up with the same depth very closely, so you don't have lines. So that's how rest machining works, and you can try it out, play with it. Works really good on some of your bigger projects, that's going to save you a whole lot of time. This one, not too much, but that's how it works. Well, thank you for your time. I hope this was valuable to you. If it was, please like and subscribe. I've put together some links that are helpful, not only from Carbide Create sites, but also for some other good YouTube sites and just some other resources that you can draw from.